It's the Daft Hour. It's the Daft Hour. The Daft Hour on CVF.
Turn it up. Have a dance.
What was that?
I have no idea. What was it?
Oh, actually I do. It was the Daft Hour werewolf. See?
About 47 pints of sausage meat I drank that night.
Yeah, well that beats your record, doesn't it?
It does.
Because it was 46 and a slice of black pudding, the size of Taiwan.
That's correct.
Yeah, that was a good one, that one. I like that one.
Oh, we're on.
Hello and welcome to the Daft Hour. We are live here on CVFM Radio 104.5. My name is Morgan Fantastic.
Good, good.
My name is Gunny Flip Device.
No, it's not.
My name is Sweary Arson Quilt.
No, it's not.
My name is Milky Turd Pipe from Sia.
No, it's not.
My name is Ducky Duck Olive. My name is the author Mildred Boone.
No, it's not.
My name is Jesus Smith.
No, it's
okay,
not.
my name is Carl Hopper Clem Fighter Bigot.
No.
Okay, my name is Boo Boo the Smart Gas.
No.
My name is Half Naked Bean Fiddler.
I do like that, but no.
Okay, my name is David Fox. No, my name is Tim Fife, the tricky bloke who spies on your mum. No, my name is Trisha Cunwhistle, the 31st non-sequitur of Gibbonshire upon Dunlop.
Ooh. Okay.
It's Elvis Herod.
Hello, Elvis Herod. And you are?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, how can I follow that? I'm just Bambi.
Bambi what?
Bambi Rashid.
Hello, Bambi Rashid.
I am the son of the runner of this station.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No, absolute lie. Do you know, today we're actually transmitting from Nonsense Highway.
Alright.
The biggest highway in England. That's where we're transmitting from today.
Nonsense Highway.
Nonsense Highway.
It's really fitting, isn't it?
Yes. That's good, that. You can join in with us during the show. You can follow us on Twitter at Daft Hour and hashtag Daft Hour.
Oh, I wish they would.
But unfortunately I've run out of data, so I can't even check my phone. But still do it, that'd be lovely. You can also ring us, that'd be nice.
Can you remember the number?
Oh, I can, do you know why?
Why?
I've got eyes.
Is it written down in front of you?
01642 688 104. What's that?
01642 688 104.
That's
What's
correct.
that? No.
And if you'd like to ring us, and again you can request a word for us to repeat. And also you can request a lovely impression from me.
I forgot about that. Or you can also ask us any question in the world whatsoever, and we will do our best to answer it.
Yes.
To be honest, we'll just...
You can do whatever you want, can't you?
You can do whatever you want. We'll be just quite...
Keep that in the background.
We'll be just glad that you join us, basically. You can do whatever you like.
Hey, but we've got a special guest, haven't we?
Yeah,
we have a guest on the show.
We do. We have the lovely Matt Fong.
Hello, nice to be here with you guys. Thanks for having me. And I mean, it's a highway, but great, you know.
I had a lot of fun.
It is. You drove on a highway to get to the highway, didn't you?
I got here quite easy because it was like, pull up, I'm here.
Yeah. You get on off the A19 and then straight down the Nonsense Highway, and you're here. Can you hear what's in the background there? Do you want to turn it up a little bit?
No.
Turn it up. Go on. It's a special version of Bride of Chucky for you.
We made a song, Matthew, called Bride of Chucky a long time ago, which goes on and on and on for a long time about how the protagonist, if you like, goes to see Bride of Chucky every single day and ends up becoming severely depressed. We played this song for Morgan Fantastic and he hated it.
I would have thought he liked it because he looks a little bit like a puppet, you know.
Puppet boy, do you like how he's got onto the spirit of this already?
Yes, he's joined in on the bullying.
He has.
No, but you know, when your friends make music and you're supposed to support them, but I'll just openly tell you I despise that song.
Yeah, but that's why we play it all the time.
I know.
And it's a bit of a roulette whether all of the tracks that we've put on there under different names are that song or not, isn't it?
Yeah.
You'll never escape it.
You never.
I just don't like it.
I'm going to play it at your funeral.
Can I just...
Next week.
Can I just ask you...
Yeah.
Does the sound okay to you through the headphones?
Yeah, you're a bit distorted, my fella.
I sound very echoey. Is it me?
That's because we put you in a special cave on your own, didn't you?
I've been isolated.
Yeah. We're on the highway, you're in the cave.
You're a cave puppet.
Like a naughty bear puppet off the side of the nonsense.
Hey, I hear you're on the register.
I am, yeah.
The stem cell register, yeah?
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause
Good
my
idea.
actual job might be in question.
Well, they question you every day.
Yeah.
What is your actual job?
I'm a train driver.
Yeah, but it's Thomas, isn't it?
It is Thomas.
You are...
Someday it's Eddie. Is that one?
I don't know. You get in there.
Eddie the train.
James Gordon.
James Gordon the train.
No, there's two trains. One's James, one's Gordon.
I do like James Gordon. He's an eccentric one.
When you get in...
He moved to the States.
When you get into Thomas, when you board Thomas, like, are you in his head?
You're in his belly, aren't you?
Oh no, but okay, so the driver does he have a driver, or is it just him? Because
No, I think he's
his
the
sentient
driver.
train, isn't he?
Do you know who I always thought was a bit of a busybody?
Whom
The fat controller.
you can't call him that anymore.
Oh, sorry, the robust controller.
There you go.
Is that the politically correct term now?
I couldn't tell you.
The round and rolly controller.
Like that, yeah. The overweight controller.
Chubby Bob.
The controller.
Yeah, of course.
So what have you been up to since Wednesday?
I have been rolling around the world
Yeah.
in a bathtub made of feet. Didn't work.
I'm not surprised.
I got to Brighton. Surprisingly, that's quite far.
Yeah.
Is that where you started as well?
Yeah, yeah.
You got up bright and
He
early.
just sank.
I just sank at Brighton.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I had to walk home, but I didn't have any feet because I used them for the bath.
Right. Good.
Yeah.
What did you do?
You're looking at me now.
Yeah, but that's usually what
I've been hanging out with my mate Tom.
Which Tom?
Tom Earth.
Tom Earth.
Yeah.
What a chap.
He he hangs out with a cardboard cut out of Queen Elizabeth.
Does he?
Yeah. He goes on holiday with it and takes pictures, kissing it and, you know, having fun with it and drinking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then he comes back home with loads of photographs and shows me them and says, "Oh, look, I've had a real nice time with our lass Liz." And it's blatantly cardboard cut out of the Queen.
The things people do to use the carpool lane is ridiculous.
Absolutely, exactly. And what have you been doing, Morgan Fantastic?
Dunno.
You don't know? All right, Matthew. What about you, Matthew?
I went to my first Greek wedding last week. Yeah,
Marvellous.
I went to Neos Marmaris,
Excellent.
and I realised that they don't all smash plates there.
I was going to ask about that.
No. Yeah, so I almost blinded the mother-in-law. So.
Did you?
Smash. Yeah. It was
What sort of food did you have?
Greek,
Yeah,
surprisingly.
yeah,
Yeah.
smashing.
A lot of Greek food.
That was smashing.
Olives. We had big old prawns.
Oh, yeah.
Big old juicy prawns.
Ooh,
Fresh
I do
from
like
the
it.
sea.
I like a big prawn, like.
Come here, prawn. I'll have you.
Good damn prawns. District 9.
That's,
Yeah. Can you ask me what I was doing? Because when you asked me, I actually answered
Oh,
someone
sorry,
else's
that's
question.
over and that's over and
it just
done with now.
It sounded like when you said, "What have you been doing?" I answered, "Dunno," but I was answering someone else's question.
You were doing library voices with Bambi Rashid,
I was.
which is going to be a
Funnily
new
enough-
show on this station as well.
Funnily enough, that's what I've been doing.
Library voices.
Library voices.
You've been hanging out in the library
I've been
again.
hanging around in the
With the
library
voices
again.
in your head.
Yeah.
The voices in my head.
Do you ever do what they tell you?
No,
Good.
never do that.
Good.
And I don't read the books. I just go around and bother.
Do you do what?
I just go around and bother.
And bother. Who do you bother? Other library folk.
Anyone who looks like they can be
Read.
easily bothered.
You don't like people who can read, do
No,
you?
I don't. I just think just because you can doesn't mean you can show off.
I'm with you
Scared
there.
of them. He thinks they're witches and he should burn them all
Yeah.
with the knowledge.
And the books.
And you don't burn books.
You do.
You only burn books if you need to. I learnt this.
Is that what? Is that what Hitler
from a
said?
book he did,
Yeah.
but whilst he was pointing to the sky, angrily.
Does anyone
That's all
fancy?
he did wrong, isn't it?
Does anyone fancy getting any bath salts?
Oh, what? Turning them into drugs, or
You're going to go lush, run a nice bath, put the
Yeah.
candles out,
Yeah.
you know.
Should we do that after the show?
I think so.
get
Should we all have a bath together?
yeah,
Should we get a bath and order chicken?
Why not?
Sounds lovely, that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Can we order
does.
the chicken early?
Yeah.
So it's there for when we get in the bath. I don't want to have to get out the bath to get the chicken.
Is it going to be KFC chicken?
No, it's going to be an actual chicken.
Oh, just a full chicken?
Yeah.
You're just
Is
gonna
it
run round.
dead? Is it
Catch
raw?
your own food.
Yeah, catch
In which case, can we just order the gravy then and put that in the bath instead of water, and then the bath salts?
Oh,
Imagine that.
Salty bath salt gravy.
Salty, yeah.
Oh, that's a good time.
Oh, I'm imagining it now, and I think you should too.
I feel like I'm on them today, to be honest. Oh, did you do a little pig fart
Yeah.
out your nose?
Smells like wet dog in here.
It does.
Sorry.
I wrote that down to say.
You did, didn't you?
Did you actually?
Smells like wet dog in here. It's written down.
I'm a little bit disappointed because it seems like you plan everything you say these days.
Do you know what? It was just so I didn't have to think as much.
Do you do that in general?
Yeah, mainly.
Plan out what you
Walk
say
around
for that day.
with an iPod.
Right, I'm going to say this at this point.
It's pre-recorded. He's not actually talking. He's just pressing buttons.
That's right. I have had a lovely weekend. Oh, that's the wrong button.
Right, I'm going to play a track.
Okay.
Is that all right with everyone?
And when we get back, we can speak to Matthew and talk about his comedy. Because that's why he's come here. He keeps giving us the look as if to say, like, move on with it, please.
Yeah, got on with it.
And I'm sorry about
I've got
this.
stuff to plug here. Come on.
Exactly.
I know we've got a guest, and which is great and everything.
Yeah.
And we are obviously going to chat to him probably for the majority of the show.
He's just doing this because I said the puppet comment, isn't
That's
it?
what it is.
Yeah,
Get back in your cave and play your song, and then we'll chat to
Little bear.
to Matthew Fong.
I have a little bit of OCD, and I do my news every week.
Oh,
Don't call my news, man.
All right. Okay, don't cry.
chill your beans.
Chill your beans.
But it's my segment.
Your gravy.
Big deep breath now. That's it. You're looking better already. The colour's come back to your cheeks.
Thanks. This is Kaleidoscope, tribute to Keith Flint.
It is, isn't it?
Ooh, I'm the doctor. And when
Oh, this was so smooth.
That was daft.
It was.
It was daft. It's doing that whole thing where it plays everything again.
It's all right. We'll just switch it to throwing it out the window.
Yeah.
How about that then?
That's what I've done.
Good.
All of it's gone. Bye.
So that song there was, we introduced it anyway, wasn't it? It was Kaleidoscope doing a tribute to Keith Flint, which was lovely.
Oh,
It
yes.
was lush,
Very
wasn't it?
nice. I enjoyed it, yes.
Good.
No, it was lovely. That I appreciate it. It did sound a little bit like Cats,
There was Cats.
the musical,
Right,
not Cats, the animal.
right, okay. You did point out that I'd spelt something wrong, didn't you?
Oh yes, you did. I forgot about that. You spelt
Tribute? Or?
tribute
Yeah.
double T.
Right, okay. Did it affect the music?
Yeah,
Did it play all dyslexic?
it
like?
did.
Did it? Yeah.
Yeah, all
Did
the
it-
lyrics
did it
were.
upset you?
All the lyrics disappeared.
All of them did. Wow, because I couldn't write them properly.
Yeah.
Autocorrect just deleted it instead.
Yep.
Have you ever seen a fat ghost?
No.
No, me neither. Are we on the radio then?
Yeah, no, there's people walking down the highway. I don't know if they realise how dangerous that is.
Just let them go by. Hopefully they won't spot us.
Get off the nonsense highway!
You know what time it is?
What time is it?
Oh no.
The news, isn't it?
Yep.
I don't know if I can choose with the news.
Oh no.
You're always excited for the news.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
No, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Morgan Fantastic News.
Monkey gives finger in a selfie. Donald Trump spells Wales wrong. Moob tubes are a thing. Man demands drink money after girl doesn't go back with him. Star Trek spotted on Mars. Mariah Carey fan gets cake with Marie Curie's face on. Mystery of Dobby solved, and Anne Frank was a dirty mare.
I don't. Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
Seagulls.
I hope you enjoyed your story.
It's still doing its thing, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah,
What thing?
playing everything.
Oh, we love it.
So, that was the news.
Right, go from the beginning
Yeah,
again then.
start that first one again.
Monkey gives finger in a selfie.
Which finger?
The middle.
Oh, no. All right.
So this was in Australia, and the family were taking a picture, and a monkey photo bombed and stuck its middle finger up like that. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
Like
That's a
that.
great radio gag.
Was that Australia Zoo?
I think it was just in the outback.
Just Australia?
Monkeys in the outback.
Yeah.
Well, they got lost off the nonsense highway, didn't they? They took a
did.
wrong turn.
Ah, yes.
Went to the
So
outback.
there's a very funny picture of a monkey like that.
That's a great radio story, that one.
Yep.
Well done.
I
Donald,
love the picture.
Yeah, it's
Thanks.
the best picture. You could just all imagine a monkey with his middle finger up, please. And then this'll work for the radio, won't it?
well, Donald Trump spells Wales wrong.
Oh, is he another dyslexic?
He is.
Or is he just an idiot?
So he was tweeting, as he does.
Yeah.
He likes that, doesn't he? He met with royalty, and he basically was bragging about how he meets with royalty all the time.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
like, I met with the Queen, I met with so-and-so.
I think he means Burger King.
And he basically said, I met with Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales, but he spelt it like Wales as in actual Wales.
Well, maybe
the animal, or mammal, sorry.
Maybe he knows something we don't, and he speaks to the whales.
Maybe Charles
but-
is the Prince of
so
Wales.
he's like Dr. Dolittle, just not a very good one. He can only
Well,
do
whales,
Wales.
whales spout, don't they? And so does Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out is,
Except different things.
out is Whale.
Did you write that down?
No, that just came right off the top of
Then-
me bonce, that one.
Well.
In fact, that one just spouted right out the back of my neck.
Moob tubes are now a thing.
Say, what's that word?
Moob.
Moob tubes.
Okay.
So basically, it's basically boob tubes for men.
I need that.
I need it too.
I've got one.
Well, it's doing its job very well.
Yeah. So basically, a company online is basically selling these for men to.
I think they need a
to hide.
sponsor to get them started. And it should be us, me and Elvis. Fat Panic.
Fat Panic.
Yeah.
Sponsored
Yeah.
by Fat Panic.
Yeah. Also, I'll explain what Fat Panic is. It's that moment when it could happen any time, but the best example is when the takeaway delivery driver comes and you need to get out the seat really quick. And it's a moment of fat panic because you need to get to the door to get your food.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you got to get your clothes on and stuff. Is that-
Yeah, goes on, hands out
Sometimes.
your pants.
Sometimes
yeah.
you're caught.
So it's
I am a sufferer of Fat Panic, I
Yeah,
have to say.
yeah. It's. I've been silent about my fat panic for far too long. I think it's time that I speak
I
out.
think we're okay to talk about it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've moved on as a
This
society.
is a forum for you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to speak too much about it now because I'm waiting for a pizza. But,
Exactly.
Yeah. But
one-
we'll experience that live soon, won't we?
When's it due?
But I'm on the radio. Man demands drink money after girl doesn't go back with him. So basically, a man texts the girl the next day. So he'd basically been on the night out, bought this girl a load of drinks,
Yeah.
got her number, and then the next day text her saying, "Hey, is this so and so so and so?" She said, "Yeah, who's this?" She said, "Oh, it's the guy you met last night. Since you didn't come home with me, I suggest you pay me back the money you owe me."
So
That's not threatening, is
I
it?
know.
I found your number.
I found your number. You
Like
owe me
they just
20
appear.
quid. I know. But if he expects every single person, I presume he buys a drink on a night out to go back with him then. Well, he's a naughty boy.
he just wouldn't do, would he? I wouldn't be his friend.
But then
I wouldn't-
demand the money back the next day.
Yeah. It wouldn't have worked in
Hard
Cheers.
times.
Hard times,
Did he
yeah.
send her an invoice? Like, because if
Can
it's
he
an
claim
invoice,
it back?
Yeah.
it's official then, isn't it? And like,
Yeah.
if you put on it, you've got 30 days to pay this back. What are you going to do? It says it on the paper.
That's true. But wouldn't you have to sign that before he bought you the drink?
Nah, it's not how contracts work.
It's not how
She
invoices
accepted
work,
the
is it? You
goods.
just...
Star Trek spotted on Mars.
Yep.
Basically, Natter.
Natter, yeah. Natter's the really chatty section.
Yeah, the really
That's-
chatty.
A very famous one.
It's the old Dias, isn't it? They all sit there in the background knitting.
They've been
and
there
nattering.
since the 50s.
Yeah.
So NASA discovered basically the Star Trek fleet symbol on the surface.
Oh, the little logo.
The little logo, yeah. I
so
saw
it's
that.
imprinted.
I thought they were planning out holiday destinations already, so you can come and do the Star Trek on.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Star Trek experience on
Disney would have that covered
Mars.
if it was theirs. They don't have.
for a
They
walk.
don't have
They
that.
don't own that now.
So have Natter been talking about that quite a
They've
lot?
been nattering about it, spreading the news about it.
Have they been nattering on Twitter?
Nattering on the Twitter. And Mariah Carey fan, big, massive Mariah Carey fan.
As in, she's a big fan of Mariah Carey.
Yeah,
or she's
not
a big fan. Of
she's
Mariah Carey.
yeah, she's
Well,
a
explain
fan.
why she bought the cake.
yeah. Moment of fat panic.
For her birthday, asked for a Mariah Carey cake, and her cousin got it wrong and got a cake with Marie Curie on.
Right. Oh, do you know what the difference is between them two?
Well, quite a number of years. The picture was quite funny. It was like a black and white photo of this old deer on the birthday cake. Yeah, she got confused.
Well, it's easily done, isn't it?
Easily done.
I wouldn't mind a Marie Curie cake.
Well,
Be all right, wouldn't it?
it would be.
I'd have a slice of each.
I'd be more
Have a slice.
disappointed if I got a Mariah Carey cake.
Yeah. Yep.
Desperately trying to think of a Mariah Carey pun to do with cakes.
I don't know any of her songs other than that horrible Christmas one.
Did she do a song with ODB?
She may have done. I'm not sure. She did that one where she squealed dead loud. Do you remember that one?
Oh yeah, the piggy
Remember
song.
the one where
Well, that's got a
squeal
big
like
song,
a pig?
but, you know,
Official
one
title.
anyway.
Piggy song.
Piggy song.
The piggy song. Yeah. Well, that's how pigs sing,
Yes.
And Mariah Carey. We're not calling her a pig.
aren't you?
We're just saying she sings like one.
Just that massive fan.
I don't think her lawyers are going to be on to us, mate. I wouldn't worry about that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You think if her high-pitched singing was, that bad that it would affect Wales, which would confuse Trump.
And Charles. He sat there outside his palace looking at his ocean of all his collection of whales. I'm sure that's what they're called.
Yeah.
Collection of whales.
Yeah, going, I'm the prince of you.
Yep.
That's what he does. That's
Do
what he
your
does, isn't
impression
it?
of him again.
I'm the... Oh, that's my
You're
impression.
good at
this week.
impressions, aren't
Do you want to hear my Prince Charles
Go on, do
impression?
it.
on, then.
Do it at the ears as well, just for our benefit.
I'll stick him out. For
He's,
laughs.
he's really doing it.
It's actually,
You didn't have to.
It's more
I'm the prince of you.
uncanny.
Wow.
I mean, Matt, you out doing the comedy circuit, do you come across many impressionists?
There's a few, but there's.
Am I the best?
You are, I would say, not up there, but it's close.
You can work on it.
It's
He's
good.
got
Yeah,
some time
just-
to
just-
work on it.
Yeah.
How long do you spend on your impressions?
All of that one was underprepared, to be
That
fair.
was-
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I do a mean Robert De Niro.
All right, yeah, let's hear that one.
Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If, you,
okay.
if you do a mean one. I
So-
hope it's not just angry Robert De Niro.
So basically,
It's not
right,
even that,
yeah.
mate.
just imagine him in like a pool hall, but he wants to be really good at snooker, right?
Right, okay,
and he
I've got it,
goes,
I've got it.
"You got it,
Yeah.
right?" And he goes, "I could have been a snooker player."
All right, I see why you said it was mean, because that was very average.
Don't do it again.
Oh no!
Don't do it again.
To be fair, do
got
the
it.
one where he wants to be a fireman.
gotta
That's-
stop
that-
getting
The
these-
fireman, is this
this-
the,
we've
this
gotta
is
stop
the real,
getting these honest
this
guests.
is the real mean one.
This is the one. Come on.
Yeah,
The
I
fireman.
could have been a fireman.
Sorry, the face as well. It's the whole thing together.
I think the face does it.
Yeah.
He metamorphosises into an absolute idiot, doesn't he? It's
does, yeah.
amazing.
Oh, you can't say that about Robert De Niro.
He's talking about you cave puppet.
Just off the nonsense highway.
Do you remember last week I talked about this Dobby mystery?
Dobby? Oh, the little
yeah.
Dobby creature.
Have you heard about this,
No,
Matt?
no, fill me in. Let's.
So basically, there was a video of CCTV footage of this little creature coming out someone's house, and it looked like Dobby the elf. why are you giggling? And it ran away through the car park and did like this little chicken dance. And when you look at it, it does look like Dobby the elf, and it's gone social media crazy. It's blew up Twitter of people trying to figure out what this elf is, because obviously it's not Dobby the elf, but it looks identical to him.
Abused toddler escapes early. Just waddling out the house.
So apparently, the mystery's been solved.
Oh,
The world's finally
at ease.
at
Oh, we
ease,
know.
and now we know. And basically, it was a skinny child with pants on its head, wearing flip flops.
Oh, obviously.
Wow.
That's what it was.
Good.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm glad you cleared that up.
So
That's exactly where
for
I
all
would have
the-
put my money as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for all those Dobby mystery solved fans,
What was your next story? This one.
did this tickle your fancy?
No, I just want to see how you're going to handle this.
Anne Frank
Yeah.
was a dirty mare
Now, why was she a dirty mare?
because they found newly revealed pages of her diary.
Uh-oh.
Right.
The ones that she ripped out for the edit.
Yeah.
Apparently, she covered them with brown paper,
Right, and no one looked underneath.
and no one looked underneath.
That's the rule, isn't it? You can't look under brown paper.
No, you
so
can't,
if you want to
yeah.
hide anything,
Brown paper.
Unless you've got a package through the post.
Oh,
that's
there's
yes.
a flaw in that.
That's true. And
Yeah,
they've
that's-
deciphered it. Okay, and
Right.
basically,
By lifting the brown paper.
yeah,
Ooh, well done, Columbo.
Translating it
we
from
figured this
German.
out, Sherlock.
Was it just the contents of a diary?
Yeah.
Like
so
listed.
basically, it was like a secret section that revealed talks of sex, prostitution, and dirty jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Can you tell us any of the jokes?
Yeah,
In
this
her
is a genuine joke. I don't have an impression. I don't know what she sounded
Please do it.
Filthy Anne.
like. So basically, I'll be honest.
Yep.
She wasn't much of a comedian.
Ah, right. Okay, well, that's fine for you.
Well, you wouldn't be if you were Anne Frank, would you?
No.
Hard times.
Wouldn't have
But
thought.
I'm a little bit disappointed because she had time.
I don't think that was a priority.
She had a lot of time to practice,
Yeah.
prepare,
Yeah.
master her material, and
Right.
she just clearly didn't. So I don't know if I'll do this justice.
Go on then.
So basically, do you want me to do it in a voice?
No, just do it in your own voice.
Okay. A man had a very ugly wife and he didn't want to have relations with her.
Oh, yeah.
One evening, he came home and he saw his friend in bed with his wife. The man says, he gets to and I have to.
Oh,
And that's a genuine
that's a joke.
Yeah.
Anne Frank joke
And
Right.
this was written when?
during the war.
Yeah.
Which war?
So
2, wasn't it?
2 wars. It was
Second
written during
war.
2 wars.
This is the second
It took her
prequel.
2
This-
entire wars to
The
write one
prequel,
joke.
The Nazis strike back.
Yeah, that's what it was. We'll put a nice little soft touch to that war. We had the Great War, and then we had the Nazis strike back.
Yep. So, what do you think of that?
Yeah, it happened, didn't it?
I think the Anne Frank Museum should now open a comedy club. Like a cellar bar, you know.
Yeah, a good idea.
Yeah.
And to get in there, you've got to lift the brown paper.
Yes. From behind the brown paper.
What's happening? Is it all going wrong again?
Pressing buttons.
It's all going Pete Tong.
It is, isn't it?
Let's try it again.
No, oh, really?
Morgan Fantastic.
I just don't like any of it.
No. Oh, okay.
All right, you spineless witch.
So, that was that.
Well done.
Thank you.
And that was Morgan Fantastic
New.
I'm going to quickly go into... Thank you. Oh, I appreciate the applause there.
It was sarcastic.
I'm going to quickly go into Unusual Animal Friends this week,
Oh, good.
just so we can get to Matt. Is that okay?
I can and get it over with, yeah.
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 So, this
Hurry
is
up.
a true... Whoa, hang on. This is true story.
Of course it is.
So, there was a spider
Right.
Uh-huh.
called Man.
Yeah.
And
So he's Man Spider.
no, he was just called Man.
Man the Spider.
And
Man
an
the
ant called Man,
Right.
All right.
Okay.
who joined forces with a panther, a
Yeah,
widow,
yeah.
and an iron,
Right.
who was also called Man.
Well, that sounds marvellous.
Window Man. Yeah.
They joined a supergroup
Yeah.
who helped defend the world against evil forces. They were called Animals United for copyright reasons.
Yeah.
And to this day, they are out there selfishly protecting so we can live in harmony. Unusual Animal Friends.
Was there a-
Unusual animal friend?
Hooray!
Um.
Was there a bull as well
Yeah.
in that story?
No, don't be
Did
stupid.
some droppings?
No, don't be stupid.
Are you calling? Oh no, I won't say it.
So there are no bull leavings in that story?
Nope, no bulls.
No?
I think
Just ants and
No,
spiders.
no Taurus cack.
no.
That's a
bovine
genuine-
leavings.
That's a true story. I pulled it from the interweb.
Oh, and you believe everything you read on the
you
interweb, do you?
shouldn't-
Well, if Biff Internet wrote it, then it's true.
Well, Biff's no longer here, is he? He moved on.
He's not dead.
No, he is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Biff Internet has since perished.
I didn't feel I'd be hear such distraught news of live on the radio. It's really upset me.
We can move on if you want.
Probably best.
Yeah.
Should we play that clip if it'll play?
If it'll play.
Let's see what happens. You need to turn that one up.
I know. Just a sec.
I don't think you
Listen
do.
to
know
these
that.
Turn in the
arguing.
page.
I'm sorry about this.
Yeah.
It's all right. The buttons must be confusing.
They
Yeah.
are. There's a few of them.
So we're going to introduce our guest, Matt, now, who is a comedian. And we're going to play a little sample of his stuff.
Oh, let's listen.
Do it!
And I won't be as judgmental as he has been to me.
So my name's Matthew Fong, and I'm half Chinese. But don't worry, ladies, it's the top half. Yeah, being half Chinese in this industry is great because it makes me what's known as culturally diverse. Now I know that I'm culturally diverse because on job application forms under ethnicity, I write Chinglish. I see we've got a bit of a mixed ability group here. Okay. All right, so I'll break it down for you. All right, what I did was I got the word Chinese. Okay, keep up. And the word English, and I just smashed them together, which is exactly how I was made. So,
lovely jubbly. And that is, you have a show called British Born Chinese.
Yeah,
That's
I do.
correct.
Yeah.
BBC.
BBC.
Yeah.
You know what else that means, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a cease and desist
Yeah.
halfway through the fringe.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's Fringe.
Yeah. So I'm heading up to the Edinburgh Festival for my first debut solo show.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
So that's at the City Cafe at 11:15 at night.
Oh, that's a good time because you'll have lots of people that will try a new thing at that time. Which have you done it before? The festival?
Yeah, I've done the festival probably 5 times before, but I went with my partner in crime, a guy called Nick Banks.
Oh yeah.
And basically we shared the hour, just working on materials so we can put together a full hour-long show. So, I've been in the business almost 10 years, and I've finally written an hour.
Excellent. So is it a full hour, or is it like the 50 minutes?
Yeah, 50, 55 minutes, depending on how much the audience laughs. So cool. I'm hoping more toward the 55. Yeah. But if no one laughs, it's like 20 minutes. So.
Wow. That's just rush through it. So a full run, or just? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm there from the 1st to the 26th. I'm off on the 12th.
Day off, how very dare you?
Yeah, I've learned from doing it from so many years before that you burn out, and you see so many comedians like mid-month just in tears with no voice, and they're still trying to go on and do their shows. So
yeah, well, and the multiple show as well. They'll go and do spots on others and such.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all working, like networking as well, isn't it? And getting seen, and it is an exhausting thing. We've been up ourselves, but we've never done a full month. We're working up to that one day.
You should just bring the radio show up. Just go do that for a month. That's completely unique, and I don't know many people who do it.
Just not broadcast it.
just record it there and then just send it to HQ. It's better than off the highway.
Show, actually.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
Yeah, we'll see you there. So there's room on your digs floor, then, yeah.
Oh, I've actually not sorted out my accommodation.
Oh my
yet.
word!
Yeah,
oh,
so
dear.
it's got so expensive.
Oh yeah.
So when I first went, it was like for a 2-bedroom flat, you could get it for £1,200 for the month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they want it like $3,000.
It's crazy.
It's gradually got worse and worse, isn't it?
Well, because so many acts want to be up there because they think they're going to get found by someone, and that's it's not really the case. Just go up there to be a good comedian. You know? Like you could go up there an open spot, which is a new comic for those who don't know the lingo. But by the end of the Fringe, if you've been doing 4 or 5 shows a day doing guest spots, and then you've got your hour show as well, everybody leaves being a comic.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I think you will be noticed this year. I really do, by the BBC. With the lawyers.
Yeah, with the lawyers, yeah. So I reckon I'll probably get a week, maybe a week and a half before they bring the lawyers in. So.
And you have to put some stickers over your poster.
It's a way to grab their attention, though, isn't it?
It's just...
It might bring more people in,
It's an abbreviation,
Yeah, of course.
You can't own an abbreviation. It's the logo that I'm worried about.
So have you already put those posters to print?
Not yet. I'm just... I've got a couple of quotes on the poster. I'm just changing those out, so... I'm going to put the bigger club quotes on, so from The Stand or Glee.
Yeah.
So
the ones that people recognise.
Yeah, the ones. Yeah, because I've got some really good quotes from some of the smaller clubs, and I want to support those guys as well. But all the feedback that I got was, put the big clubs on there so people know that you are performing there. So
we can give you a quote. Well, from Morgan. Yeah. From Morgan, you can say, "He called me a puppet." See how that goes down.
I'll stick that on the Edinburgh Post. Yeah.
But he was lovely.
He was lovely when he insulted me.
I feel really bad about that now.
Don't, mate. It happens.
That is the premise of this show. Every day me and Elvis meet up before and go, look, this time it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
We're not going to be mean to Morgan. But then 30 seconds in, looking at his puppet face, you just can't help it, and you've just got to get on with insulting.
To be fair, you just got to go with whatever works, and if that's my gimmick, that's my gimmick.
Yeah, shut up.
Well, it's just got to be tough for you guys working opposite Mr. Fantastic. So.
It is.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
how do
that's
you
it.
compete with
Do,
Mr.
especially
Fantastic?
with such good impressions.
Do an impression of, let's say, Fred Flintstone discovering his wife not washing the dishes as he instructed.
Okay.
Shall I hum the tune in the background
Yeah,
just to
that'd
give
be
you... Yeah.
What is that? Oh, right, you go.
Yabba dabba don't do that, you divvy!
Well
You're
done.
doing the pots wrong!
I honestly had
T-side Fred.
Yeah.
I thought it was more Geordie.
I can say that was your best yet.
Did you enjoy that?
I very much did.
I, however, didn't. So, yabba dabba don't do it again. And that's the end of the show. Good night.
Right.
So, have you got gigs in this area? Is that correct?
Yeah, I do. So I'm on the build-up to going to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. I've booked in some small preview shows. So I've got one on the 21st in Middlesbrough at Club Exhale. So I would give the address out, but I don't know it.
We'll find it
So
for you. Well,
it's on Facebook.
We'll
it's
look
on
that
Google.
up. We'll look that up, pal.
You can Google all that. And then the day after, 22nd, I'm at the Engine Shed in Wetherby.
Yep.
So that's about 40 minutes away from here. So if you want a nice night out, go down. They've got a massive theatre ballroom type space. It's a lovely venue.
Perfect.
And then I'm back up this way again on the 4th to a whole lot of
Cafe.
Love
That's in
Cafe.
Stockton. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's opposite at Weatherspoons, so you could go in there, drag some people
I
over.
could go in the Weatherspoons, grab a pint, and then walk over the road, and
Do a bit of comedy. Yeah, and that's on the 4th of July. Yeah,
that's on the 4th, and then the day after that, I'm in Chesterfield, which is 2 hours away, and then all the gigs after that are a bit far away for you guys. But if you want to know, all the gigs are on my website, which is www.matthewfongcomedian.co.uk. So.
Excellent. Yeah, and we highly recommend you go and check that out, and obviously go to the gigs and all that stuff. That's great. And also, if you are going to the Fringe Festival this year, go and check Matt out. That'd be awesome.
Support the Fringe, support comedy.
Support your friends.
Support your friends.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
So the first one, Club Exhale, was it?
Yeah.
That's also called Teesside Cannabis Club.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, now
I'm going.
Yeah. So obviously it's still not legal yet. I think it'll happen any day. Literally, I'm working on the government on that one. So what? I don't know anything about this place until I've just looked now.
Right, okay. So the police and crime commissioner in this area, he is very pro legalisation.
Yeah.
I think he sees the tax benefits.
Yeah.
He sees the benefits for police officers on the street, and then he sees it would stop a load of people getting arrested. So the guys at the club, they work closely with the police. Ooh,
let off there, sorry.
Toot.
Can you toot in your own time, please?
I will do, yeah.
And
we're only talking cannabis here.
Yes.
So basically, it's a safe space. It's a consumption room.
I like them.
So you can go in. They don't sell anything. Well, they sell Coke and Coca-Cola.
Yes.
Whoa! I nearly got them busted again.
Club
It's gonna get raised
We don't
on
talk
Friday.
About that. You got to know the password.
Yeah, they sell soft drinks and crisps and snacks, and they do. Obviously, it's a consumption room. They're going to sell a lot of snacks. So
Snacks.
They do all right, and they like to put on events, and they're trying to change the view of people who smoke cannabis. From dumb people who do nothing to people who like art and culture.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. There is a mix of people that do that, but there's also a mix of people that drink. There's a mix of people that don't. There's a mix of people that are vegans. So
That's very deep, Bambi. That's the deepest thing you've ever said.
It's one of the things that I am relatively passionate about. You look around the world. There are some countries that have completely legalised it. America's an absolute mess because it's still federally illegal, but in some states it's legal.
Well, every state runs differently, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that's an absolutely ridiculous way to run it. You can't. So people that are actually selling it in the states can't put their money in the bank.
Yeah,
because it's it can't be. It's money gained by selling drugs.
Illegal.
So it's cash only business, but they can still be raided by the feds, and have all their money and assets taken, even though they're allowed to run the business and pay the taxes. It's ridiculous. Anyway, that's far too serious for the show.
Right, that's it. We're off the air. We're cancelled.
Right, go in.
Who calls the kid Tarzan?
Shut up, Derek!
Hey! You're listening to the Daft Hour on CVFM.
If there was any doubt.
We're currently talking to our guest Matthew Fong about comedy and the Edinburgh Fringe and weed.
What are your opinions on actual thongs?
Well, it depends what they're made of. So,
That's a good answer.
you know,
Any preference?
Barbed wire is a no, I reckon.
yeah, barbed wire is definitely
Feathers.
No. Silk thong. Go for a jog. Worry.
I wish people could see your little action you just said there. Got well into that. That was good.
It's great life advice.
I think we'll go for a song.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back and have a little chat with Matt.
What song are we going to have?
I am going to play a bit of Tom Sawyer Rush. And that's the wrong way around, sorry. It's Rush, Tom Sawyer.
So Rush is the band.
Rush is the band, Tom Sawyer is the track.
Right.
I can't wait.
You should.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Noel Edmond. When I'm in Middlesbrough, I listen to the Daft Hour.
The woman behind the counter threw me a menacing glare. I continued to pack my shopping into the bag and casually looked away, hoping that I could soon leave. I subtly looked back in her direction, only to notice that she was still fixated on me. Why was she looking at me like that? I placed the last item into the shopping bag and rummaged for my wallet to pay her. The burn of her eyes watching my every move was now more even present. And the people behind me in the queue had begun to look at me too. I began to feel paranoia set in. Why were they staring? What did they want with me? Have I done something wrong? I handed the woman a £10 note, which she snatched off me and popped into the till, not once removing her gaze. I looked behind me, now visibly shuffling on the spot, wanting nothing more than to leave this newspaper shop and go home away from all of the staring people. She handed me my change and gestured towards the shopping bag. I smiled nervously and picked it up, and slowly began to walk out of the shop. They were all still staring at me as I left. I could have sworn that one of the other customers took a photograph of me, and the rest were whispering and pointing as I left the shop. I didn't feel right. I started to try and think of anything I could have possibly done to offend these people, but nothing came to mind. Maybe they think I'm somebody else. Yes, that'll be it, I thought. They just think I'm somebody else. My brain had gone into overtime, trying to suss out exactly what the hell happened to me in the shop. I decided to phone up my friend Carl and ask him if he fancied popping down to our local for a few drinks, so I could tell him about my ordeal. An hour or so later, and we'd knocked back a couple of lagers and a few shots of whiskey. "What was it you wanted to talk to me about?" Carl asked me with a great smile on his face. "Well," I said, "it all started this morning when I was at the corner shop. The woman behind the counter threw me a menacing glare. I continued to pack my shopping into the bag and casually looked away, hoping that I could soon leave. I subtly looked back in her direction, only to notice that she was still staring at me as I left. I could have sworn that one of the other customers took a photograph of me, and the rest were whispering and pointing as I left the shop. I didn't feel right. I started to try and think of anything that I could have possibly done to offend these people, but nothing came to mind. Maybe they think I'm somebody else. Yes, that'll be it, I thought. Just they think I'm somebody else. My brain had gone into overtime trying to suss out exactly what the hell had happened to me in the shop. And that's when I phoned you to meet you for a few drinks." Carl looked at me, slightly puzzled for a moment, and slowly sat back in his chair. He scratched his chin and turned his head slightly to the side. "You really want to know why these people were staring at you?" he said. "Yes, I'm really paranoid about it." "Well," Carl said, sipping his drink, "you're the Loch Ness Monster."
Will somebody wear me to the fair?
You're listening to the Daft Hour, where soup is queen. Soup for the Daft Hour, for the Daft Hour, where soup is queen. Soup for the Daft Hour, for the Daft Hour,
What's happening
where
here?
soup is
Freddie
queen.
Mercury.
Brilliant. Right, that was that was amazing.
You were listening to Rush, and that was that song that I forgot, Tom Sawyer, and then also there was someone else going on there. What was that?
That was a little radio play by the Loch Ness Monster.
Was it called?
It's called Paranoia.
Was it?
The Loch Ness Monster.
And then there was a song, wasn't there?
Les Fleurs by Minnie Riperton.
Ooh, that was sexy.
You do like Minnie, don't you?
I love Minnie.
You're having a Minnie moment.
I am. I've been listening to a lot of her
Minnie.
stuff. She's quite sexual, I have to say.
I'd like to see her.
Yeah, she's dead though. She's dead.
What,
I wouldn't like to see.
I said I'd like to see her Minnie.
Right. Okay.
Perform.
Well,
that didn't make it any better, did it?
That is a talent, I have to
say. So yeah, we're back here in the studio, CVFM 104.5.
We never left.
You obviously are listening to us in whatever format you listen, but in future, if you listen on the radio, you can listen on the website at cvfm.org.uk.
Yeah.
You can follow us on Twitter at Daft Hour and hashtag the Daft Hour to chat along. That'd be lovely.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Matt has some socials that you can go and follow. Speaking of Twitter and that,
just follow or follow him.
To follow him.
Follow him.
Yeah, I've got the Twitter as well.
He's a man with the Twitter. What's your Twitter handle?
Can I just say how smooth was my segment?
My Twitter handle, Matt Fong Comic, which it's really pretty easy. They're all pretty much the same. It's my name and what I do, so comic or comedian. So Twitter is Matt Fong Comic, and then Instagram is Matthew Fong Comedian, and then on Facebook, if you just Google Matthew Fong Comedian, hopefully my page will come up. But having a Chinese name means that there's a lot of people with the Fong name.
Yeah.
So just you go through 1.3 billion people, and you'll find me.
You'll find
I'm
it
in there.
somewhere in there.
I get that
in the mix.
My name.
Yeah, because.
Yeah, Morgan Fantastic, very common name.
It's very common.
There's that whole island of Morgan Fantastics, isn't it?
I generally was
In
thinking of my real name
The
and then forgot
tradition of naming the firstborn Morgan Fantastic.
Yep, and every born after that.
Yeah.
It's a good name for men or women, though, Morgan.
Yep.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
I do choose on a daily basis
what you are.
What I am, yeah.
So
today I'm a tiger.
No, you're a puppet bear.
And
put up with it.
do you think one day you will be a real boy?
Or a whale.
A whale boy?
Yeah, and I'll be living in Prince Charles's ocean.
It's all his ocean.
You're all my whales. So, Matt, you've travelled a bit, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, not just to get here, but yeah, I do gigs. Gigs all over. So 3 weeks ago, I was in the States doing some gigs in America, which was lovely.
Whereabouts?
Just doing the open mic scene over there.
Yeah.
So I did the prestigious Improv Comedy Club.
Yep.
I did Fatfish Blue. I did a really good open mic night called The Other Bar, which was lovely. And then I finished off in Tampa at a sober comedy night.
Oh, how was that?
Yeah, it was really good actually. They were a lot more responsive than a drunk audience
because they were listening.
Yeah, and they weren't distracted by flashing lights and.
I've done a sober one as well.
How was that?
Again, like you said, I found them quite more responsive.
Yeah.
Less angry, less intense.
Yeah, you tend to
That's
remember.
your normal response, isn't it?
Yeah,
you tend to remember your material, don't you, when you're sober?
No. The audience was sober.
Oh, sorry.
I drank a full bottle of red wine.
That was your act.
It was, yeah, and unfortunately I was probably a little bit disrespectful because they had a 10-minute slot and went on for half an hour.
That is very disrespectful.
I know, it's bad, but they never stopped me.
As long as the promoter's laughing.
It was, and they enjoyed it, and we're friends with them, so it was all good.
Was that Matty Oxley's gig?
Yes, it was, yeah.
Yeah, I did that one, and they didn't tell me that it was going to be a dry audience, so I went up to the bar and was like, all right, can I get a pint Stella please? And I was like, no. I'm like, I'm one of the acts. He's like, no, it's a dry bar. I was like, oh,
you're bad.
Okay, great, cool.
I like to have a drink when
I have a macchiato please? Yes, you can. Oh,
do you like to have a drink when you're performing? Because I often feel it helps?
So I used to. So when I started, it was more of a confidence thing. You need like 4 pints, and you've got your Dutch courage. Get on stage, and then you've got to watch the video clip of you recorded just to see if you actually made anyone laugh. But I find that now I'll have a pint, but it's more of a thing to do.
Like
if there's a big laugh, I'll take a sip of my pint, but I'd prefer to go on sober now because I think the people that have come have paid, so I need to give them a real show instead of some drunk fool on stage being like, "What's down there? Where have you come from? I'm building jokes here. Great."
Oh, so you've seen Morgan then?
He's basically just destroyed my whole act.
He did a better impression of you than you could do of anyone.
Right. Yeah. I've got to rethink my life.
It's all right. Just keep working on it, man. You'll be all right.
Thanks, bud.
It's the only impression I do, Morgan.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Put that in your material.
Speaking of taking sips, not necessarily of alcohol, but usually on quiz shows, when people answer questions, they always take a little sip of water after they've got it right, mainly. You ever seen that?
Is it a reward?
University
Is
challenge
it like
and
a
stuff
little
like
smug
that.
thing?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
kind of
the
like,
challenge
look
is
at me.
tough, though, isn't it? It's like pressure, and then they're like, "Oh, I got it right," and then they do a little wee as well. A little sip,
That's
sip
it.
and a
A
little
little
wee.
sip and
same time.
a little bit of wee.
Well, comes straight out.
Yeah.
That's
And
talent.
it filters it and then puts it back in.
Yeah, there's like a system that takes the wee down to where Paxman sat, and that actually writes the questions, doesn't it?
It does. The Wii is intelligent because everyone on that show is quite intelligent.
Yeah.
Together, the Wii combined, and it has a very high IQ.
That's correct.
And it writes the questions not for the same show; it writes them for the next.
Next show.
Because
That's
it wouldn't
right.
be fair to have the contestants on theirs Wii writing the questions for that show.
Yeah, they
they'd
have to
an
be-
unfair advantage that their Wii would have known the questions, and so would
Exactly.
You can't do that.
Yeah, because you're effectively asking your own questions, there, aren't you?
Yeah,
So
your
the
Wii
Wii has to be tested and checked.
Yes, because there is rules on the BBC.
Sometimes
Well,
I
the BBC.
feel quite often universally challenged.
You are yeah, the universities challenge you every day.
As approved.
Even
What's
what
trying to
sentence.
explain?
Speaking of Wii, though, my friend Lee, though, wrote a story.
What was the story?
And I brought it with me to read it out to
I
you.
can see. I was leading up. Go on.
Oh, all right. Yeah,
Was it-
well,
yeah.
keep the magic going.
Right, okay.
My friend Lee, a story by my friend Lee, and it goes like this. He sent me this via email.
For this story, sorry, I'm Lee, because he's looking at me.
Okay. A clown walks into a bar with their pee-pee sticking out the front of their suit with a red balloon tied around their pee-pee.
This sounds like your act.
It's not mine. Yet. Sorry, you can't come in this bar dressed as a clown. And not only that, you've got the balloon tied around your pee-pee. That's plain out of order now. Get out now, cried the barman. But I'm John Wayne Gacy, said the clown. Oh, okay then. What will you have, said the barman. Bloody Mary, please, said Gacy. That's the end.
Was the barman Vic Reeves?
He was.
He was, wasn't he? Yeah. That was a nice story.
Thank you. That's my friend Lee who wrote it, so I figured I'd read it out.
Good
It's beautiful.
Lee from Fulham.
Lee.
Beautiful.
So I think next we are going to go to a regular segment.
Oh, what's that one?
It's dislike.
Okay, or like.
Or like.
You can choose if it's something you like or something you dislike.
Yeah. I've lost it.
Okay.
So, in the meantime, I'd like you to prepare a dislike or like of the week.
Yeah.
Yep. I'd like you to prepare better for this show.
Shut up.
I'd like that. How about that next time?
Ooh, I like that.
That's my dislike, actually.
What, that track or the fact that
The
I'm
fact
taking
that I'm
them-
struggling to...
Mate, it
It's-
can't be a
it's not.
dislike.
It's not.
How can the fact that you're struggling today be the dislike of the week? Because you struggle every single day.
Of the week.
Of the week.
It's because he's universally challenged.
I'm using challenge.
Yeah.
Is the way I said it.
I think we should start with you.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've got a dislike.
Okay, Mr. Negative.
This week, I dislike the fact I suffer really badly with IBS.
Is that the
inside tummy boobs?
Is that the politician?
Yeah. And
I vote IBS.
It's irritable Duncan Smith.
It has its pros and cons really, because a lot of people find stories of pooping themselves quite funny.
It's hilarious.
So it's worked in my favour in that regard. But also the negative aspect is
You pooped yourself.
The theme of at any moment in time I could genuinely poop myself.
Oh, you should definitely embrace the IBS. You've always got an excuse to get out of those horrible conversations that you don't want to have with people.
Yeah.
You know, you meet somebody that you've not seen from school in ages, and they're like, "Oh, how you doing?" You go, "I'm sorry, I've IBS." And then just walk off.
Gotta go.
Sorry, I've IBS'd.
It's my third pair this week.
Sorry, I've IBS'd all over
I
the
would
place.
talk to you, but I'd rather not fill my pants.
Yeah. To be fair, I did used to hide
That's
it.
his real name, by the way. Fill my pants.
Fill my pants. A bit close to home. But yeah, no, I did used to hide it quite a lot, really. And we used to be very ashamed.
You put it in my cupboard once.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
But now I am starting to embrace it a little bit more and play on it as well.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
There's no need for that. I mean,
You're gonna play.
oh,
dear.
Don't play on it. Don't
Jump in
embrace
puddles.
It.
Come on.
I'll tell you a little story.
Poop puddles.
This genuinely happened. So I woke up, and it's worse when, like, you know, if you have a bit of an icky tummy, you would be excused if something like a little trouser accident happened. However, this day I'd got out the shower and I was late for work, and at the time I was working in a restaurant, so obviously poop and food can't mix for legal reasons. But I'd got out the shower and I'd sat on my bed and I was drying myself off and I was a bit naked, and I was putting on my socks. But I was sat kind of, you know, when you sat on the bed.
Who goes socks first?
I always go socks first.
This guy.
I go socks first. I'm that guy. And I wasn't fully on the bed. I was sat like on the edge of the bed.
Oh, yeah.
And I did a little squeak. And I don't know why I did that there, but I did a little squeak. And I looked down and I'd excreted everywhere.
Everywhere.
And it wasn't just, it was on the bed. It was on the floor.
Did you catch any in your socks?
It was in my socks. It was on the rug, which was at
in
least,
the living room downstairs.
which is at least a metre away. It was on my towel. It was like all over the shop, right, that I worked in. But no, it was all over. It was all over. So I had to collect all this stuff and take it downstairs, obviously put in the wash. Now, I was living with my stepmother.
I'm imagining a train spotting one moment here.
Yeah. So obviously when you're walking past your stepmother and she's questioning your washing load, when you have your bed sheets, your towel, your rug.
So you might have got lucky, yeah?
Yeah.
You got unlucky.
bit of a I don't know where I was going with that, to be honest. So anyway, but yeah, I got lucky apparently and had a bit of an aiming mishap. But
that wasn't a mishap. That wasn't an aiming mishap.
Or an.
It was just horrible.
You just aimed at the wrong time.
Yeah. But so obviously I was running late for work, and I got to work and. She was very, very angry.
And she was
angry?
Oh, like,
oh, that angry.
That level.
As angry as a woman with half a head.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Can't get angry.
She was half angry then.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, and she was like, "Excuse me, why are you late?" And I just went, "Do you know what? I pooped myself." And do you know what? She never questioned it. Got out of it, and I just happened to be late and pooping myself every day for 2 months. Got away with it. So, you know.
That's
So it has its pros and cons. I do dislike it because it is uncomfortable. But for that, you know, I've changed my mind. It's the like of the week. I like the fact I've got IBS.
You've embraced IBS.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you. So that's me. That's
Elvis,
yeah.
Like or dislike, my friend?
Mine's a like this week.
Oh. Positive pants.
Positive pants all over your face. And the reason it is because shh, be quiet. The reason it is because I was looking at the internet before I popped out.
It's all true, isn't it? I told you that earlier.
Well, this was I figure it was true unless it was done with special effects. But it was a dog splashing around. It was a video of a dog splashing around in a fountain in the middle of a street. It lasts about 1 minute 9 seconds, and it filled my heart with so much joy that I'm going to share it on social media when I get home.
Aww. And you like that?
And I liked that. Yeah, it just made me happy. I thought,
well, that's good.
I'm going to do a nice one this week.
Yeah.
Because I've always done dislikes. Because I'm filled with so much rage. But I like that dog. It was really nice.
You are a lover of dogs, and I've noticed that you always, if you see a dog, you always say hello.
I wave at it as well, yeah.
That's a good tip in life. I learned this from you. If you're ever sad, and you're walking down the street and you see a dog, wave at it.
Give it a wave.
Because you cannot be possibly sad when you wave at dogs. You can't be.
Why? Because of the look of confusion on the dog's
well,
face.
you see, it's
owner.
either a look of confusion. There's a mix of responses, because you can get the confused look from the dog and owner.
Yeah.
You can get the look, where the dog sticks its tongue out and smiles. It's like that. All right, mate. Like that. That's obviously the best reaction.
Come touch me. Come touch me.
Yeah, come on, yeah. Who's this? Oh, he's waving at me. Nice one. Gives a stroke on that. But I stopped going out for a while because I started to do it to both the dogs and the owners, whereby I would wave and then pet.
Both the owners
and the owner as well.
Tickle them under the chin.
Yeah, tickle chinny chin.
Bambi.
Yeah.
What do you have?
I'm disliking this week.
Oh, of course you are. You negative.
Smelly, smelly, poo-poo pants.
That's him. I dislike slow technology.
Yeah.
Because technology is meant to help you. And if it's slow, it does anything but help, doesn't it? It just...
Yeah.
Oh, it's so frustrating. Like, the computers in this lovely station that is in Nonsense Highway, we've got to load up our stuff before we get up here.
Yeah.
And they're just horrible, aren't they? They're just so slow. I really want to...
Love how he's slagging the radio station.
I want to...
It's awful here.
Live on the radio show.
Absolutely awful.
I'm not bothered. I want to throw them out the window and kick them till they turn to liquid and return to their original state. That's how slow technology makes me feel.
So it can become data and go to the cloud.
Yeah. I just want it to break down into its individual parts and sling one. Just go away, bad technology. What's the point?
What about fast technology, though?
Fast technology also has its dangers, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because it can be faster than us.
But it stops people having patience. I think the slow technology you need to just put a virus on every kid's iPad, just so that they can learn to be patient. Just watch that spinning wheel of death.
What about putting a virus on every child?
That's a very dark, different argument.
Anti-vaxxer over there. Just let him get ill.
Anti-vaxxer, the cave puppet. Kill the children.
I mean,
that's my new character.
It's a very valid point that the people should have patience, but you're wrong. I dislike slow technology. No, it's something that really gripes me because as I say, it's meant to help you. If it doesn't help you, then it doesn't. That's no point.
Gee, that Carly.
This is a man here, Bambi Rashid,
who
I've seen in the past on many occasions punching slow technology to make it work faster, to try and get an old car started.
It doesn't work, does it?
It doesn't.
It goes for the full-on Clarkson fix.
Exactly.
Hammer! Bam!
The problem was, this was back in the CRT monitor days, and they had no give. If you hit one of those things, you're going to hurt.
So to the owner of this radio station, just to let you know, Bambi Rashid has punched all your equipment.
I didn't punch them.
So if nothing works, it's Bambi's fault.
It's not my fault.
All of your equipment has been punched by Bambi Rashid. Even your physical equipment, the stuff that you keep upon your person, and you. Oh, right in the equipment.
You've been punched by Bambi Rashid.
So that's what I dislike.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you have a like or dislike?
I have a dislike, dislike of planes that get delayed but set off before the 3 hours, so you can't claim anything back.
Oh, do you reckon they've got a little countdown clock with the countdown music, but really slow? It's only like 30 seconds, isn't it?
And you're in there punching it, trying to get it working.
Oh yeah, it's meant to.
Bloody countdown clock.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Just want my free flights. Just have I been on the runway like 2 hours and 45 minutes and I'm like, all right, now we can go. He's like, no! Just wait! You start causing a fuss on the plane. 15 more minutes.
Yeah, that is terrible. Like, I don't mind being delayed in an airport, but it's once you're on the plane and you're in that little cylinder and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah,
that's
and you're getting all the recycled air.
Oh.
So everyone's getting off with a cold.
Yeah.
I like to get off with a cold.
You like that snotty feel, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Oh, I love it. You dirty snot monster.
I love it in my jowls.
So does this mean that we have 2 dislikes and 2 likes?
No, because I changed mine.
Oh,
yeah, to a like.
No,
you went back to disliking.
I'm like-dislike fluid.
I see.
The same consistency of the poops, then.
Yeah.
So what
Have you seen
wins? Dislikes win?
No,
I don't know. I'm confused.
this week,
Yeah. Come on.
love wins.
Oh, I hope so.
Love conquers all.
Love conquers all. Yeah, I'm going to go with...
You don't get to decide. Our guest gets to decide.
Okay,
what wins?
Matt, you
likes or
choose. What
dislikes?
wins, likes or dislikes?
Oh, I'm going to have to go with likes, I think.
I call it a fix.
Positive IBS.
Positive IBS is my
Positive
name.
IBS.
Positive IBS is my game.
Positive IBS. And that's Positive IBS by Morgan Fantastic.
And Fat Panic.
Fat Panic.
And the Fat Panics.
And the Fat Panic.
Yeah, that's my new band. So yeah, that was good. Let's go to a track.
What we're going to play, what music we're going to listen to now in our ears.
I think we're going to play Lonely Island.
Oh.
Featuring
Yeah.
Michael Bolton.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Jack Sparrow, the clean version.
I prefer a dirty Jack.
Well, we know.
Guys, Michael Bolton is here.
Oh, great. Send him in.
Hey, guys.
Hey, hi. Thanks for coming.
Sorry I'm late. I just got caught up watching the Pirates of the Caribbean marathon. Have you seen those things?
Oh, yeah.
Who? Me?
Yes, you.
Guys, Michael
What?
Bolton is here.
What are you listening to?
The Daft Hour on CVFM.
That's right.
Good corned beef is good corned beef.
Hi, honey. Sorry I'm late. The traffic was terrible.
Oh, that's quite okay.
Gosh, I've forgotten to brush my teeth.
Oh, that's not a problem. Try this.
Guns, not to be used for cleaning your teeth.
Do you look like Keith Chegwin? Because if you do, we want to hear from you. Because we're going to laugh in your face.
Warning, your Keith Chegwin may be repossessed if you don't keep up your repayments on your Keith Chegwin.
Look, your dad's dead, and there's no need to play this at his funeral. You're just a horrible man. Horrible.
Biffy Clyro, not in stores.
Biffy Clyro, Biffy Clyro. It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming. Football's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming. Football's coming home.
No, it's not. But there's always the tennis. Tennis is a sport. Tennis. Hey, you.
Who? Me?
Yes, you.
What?
What are you listening to?
The Daft Hour on CVFM.
That's right.
I was in the pub with Boris Johnson the other day. Do you want a drink?
What I want is to...
Can't you just have one like everyone else?
I can honestly say that if we can get this right now, and I do believe there's a very good chance that we will.
Just get one, Boris. Why do you need two? It's too much.
It's a great deal.
Do you want some beef crisps too?
Invariably, that there is an element of confected indignation about things that I've said that are wrenched out of context, and in this particular context, I think possibly, just throw this thought out there, Beth, what is going on is that people do feel a slight sense of uneasiness about the direction, more than a slight sense of uneasiness, real alarm.
I'm going to get you a pint. If you drink that, you can get another one, okay?
Be careful, because actually...
Oh, yeah.
And we're back.
The Daft Hour.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So that was Jack Sparrow by Lonely Island. And
What?
also another radio play, I believe. Was that Boris Johnson by any
Yeah, I
chance?
went to the pub with Boris Johnson the other day.
How is the old chap?
Dead now. Someone came over and glassed him with
a pint of battery acid. But it's all right though because Joe Brand got the blame.
She's everyone's fall guy, isn't she?
Well, no Prime Minister for him.
No Prime Minister for you, Boris. You can't have a Prime Minister now, poor Joe.
Boris, you're not allowed one, no, Boris.
Because he melted into a little puddle.
Aww. Did you kick the puddle?
No, I sucked it up through a straw.
No.
And I gave it to my auntie.
What would you do if every time you ate cheese, a fictional character from, anything fictional, came to life, but as a result of it, there was one person in the world that shouldn't be there, and it was your responsibility to kill that fictional character that you created by eating cheese?
So you eat cheese, a fictional character comes to life somewhere in the world.
Yeah. And you've got to go and get them.
We've got to find the fictional character and destroy it before it causes havoc.
Yeah, because that fictional character does not belong in this world, because they're fictional, and they belong in fiction.
Well, I would eat more cheese, because that would give my life some purpose.
To hunt down and kill fictional characters. Yeah. But what if, when you find that fictional character, you've got to mince them, and not as in that kind of walk, but turn them into mincemeat.
Not in an effeminate way.
Yeah, turn them into mincemeat and put them in a burger. And then eat them with another slice of cheese, thus creating another fictional character. What would you do?
What would I do?
I would create the cheese string character.
No, you don't get to choose.
If you don't have the choice, it's just going to plop up a random character.
When that happens, it's going to be the cheese string character.
All right, let's just say, for example, you have a little nibble on a cheese string, right, and then Clarence Bodicker from RoboCop appears in the middle of nowhere going, meh.
And I'd say, no, I didn't ask for this, I asked for the cheese string guy.
You don't get
he calls a fuss.
Yeah, what would you do? What would you do?
Well, I'd be a bit disappointed.
Why would you? Because
I want the cheese string guy.
Well, I just got a couple more questions.
Cheese till you get the cheese.
Yeah, I'm going to keep doing. That's what I would do. I would continue eating cheese strings until the cheese string guy comes up.
But would you be hunting down the other characters?
No,
you have to. You have these are the rules.
I'm busy trying to will my dreams on.
You would create absolute havoc. I think we should move on.
It would though, because if part of the what would you do this week that you're telling us about the cheese. Once you've eaten the cheese, I apologise. You've eaten the cheese. There's a fictional character popped up. Like, say, Skeletor, somewhere in the world.
It's very difficult to make mincemeat out of
You've got to make mincemeat out of bones. But as well as that, you also have to eat it in a burger with cheese, which then creates another fictional character into existence.
This is the issue. So what would you do?
I would just keep creating fictional characters, I guess. I think that's the only way to do it.
Does the character pop up near you or anywhere else?
Anywhere.
Oh, well, I'm not that bothered. It's not my problem.
What happens if you went to Comic-Con and got confused and just started slaying geeks?
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. I do that anyway.
We're going to one next week.
That's cool. We're going to murder a few.
I need to eat you. Is that what you're saying when you...
Right, mincemeat time!
So you
never shouted that in a Comic-Con.
You would keep creating them until you... Sorry, Morgan, you would keep creating them until you found your cheesy string monster.
I would... till my dreams came true. Yeah.
You would just...
Go with the flow, I guess.
Go with it. Would you hunt them?
Well, I suppose if that was part of
you have to. I think... well, what would you do if, when they're created, they get an app, they get an edge on you, they get an app to come and find you, and if they kill you first and burger you, they get to live.
Right. But what happens if a fictional character eats cheese? What then happens? Is that some kind of paradox?
I haven't even considered that one.
That's not written on my notepad, is it?
That's not something I previously tried to think of, but we're going to come back to that one in a future episode.
Absolutely, I think we should.
And Matt, what did you say you would do?
I would eat loads of cheese and then go
with it.
Go on a live mission hunting down fictional characters to make mincemeat burgers.
I mean, wouldn't you feel a little bit sad if it was like Tiny Tim or something like that and you had to hack him to death and mince him?
Stop eating cheeseburgers, though, to be honest, because I'm eating enough cheese anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good ones.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
that's your answer.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you do if technology like phones, Alexa, laptops, iPods, and all these other things were listening to us and then targeting us?
Well, that already happens.
That's kind of the point, you idiot.
No. So, next. I'm joking. No, I wouldn't get them, and I don't own them.
But you don't own technology?
No.
That listens to you?
None of them.
Your phone?
Don't have one.
Okay.
I think a lot of people have said that when they've been having a conversation, half an hour later, a day later, whatever, that they get messages or adverts that pop up. Yeah. So, what would I do?
Yeah. Carry on, because we already do.
Carry on eating cheese and fighting off all Madam Mim from The Sword in the Stone.
All this stuff about them listening to us, it's absolutely happening, there's no doubt about it. It's in the terms and conditions, but
Yeah.
no one ever
Is it?
reads that. Yeah, it'll be buried in there somewhere.
Of what?
They have of the terms and conditions you agree to when you
Of
use
the
Facebook.
Alexas.
Yeah,
all of that stuff.
All of the other stuff.
All of the listening gear.
Google
The
terms.
Googles. Do you know I'm in a relationship with Alexa?
You're not, are you?
I am.
Is it like...
I ask her to do naughty things and she
You
does them.
did, didn't you?
She actually does?
She
Yeah.
didn't. We had to turn
No,
off.
she was a bit shy.
We were at a friend's house, and he was asking
This is a
Alexa-
true story, by the
asking
I love the way.
Alexa-
Sorry, can I just interrupt you? I love the way you sound like a teenage girl telling a story. Like, right, we're at our friend's house.
Just get really animated.
And I am listening. Go on.
We had a few drinks. We put our hairs in bunches.
We should eat ice cream and be real bitches.
We did. And you're asking Alexa to get the kid off.
I did.
Show us your what's it.
Yeah.
Get off with
also-
me.
Or just got Amazon Primed multi-pack or what's it?
Well, the amusing thing is this
Particular
the
Alexa.
recording device. It was linked to our friend's
Wife's phone.
and it records and puts a text version of everything you've asked it. So she's going to get home or at any point and look at her phone.
Shows
and see
you
all this-
what's it.
Yeah, shows you what's it. All this ridiculous stuff that Morgan asked.
Well, I'm allowed to ask my girlfriend them type of questions in
not
an
your
open
girlfriend.
relationship.
So if you're talking to Alexa, right, and trying to chat her up and you get into a situation where you're sort of like, oh, what's going to happen here? Do you just blame it on the IBS? Do a runner?
Yeah. I go, sorry, love, I've got the IBSs.
And also, do what's it count as cheese? Because it's flavoured with cheese.
I think we're talking actual dairy product
Actual
that has
cheese.
come from a cow or other milk-producing animals that be turned into cheese. Cheese.
So vegans would be okay. Sorry to go back to your previous. What would you do?
Vegans would be okay. No. As punishment,
punish the vegans.
vegan cheese doesn't create a fictional character. It kills a family member.
Well, that seems fair to me. Yeah.
It's only their fault, isn't it?
Yeah. What would you do if all the glass in a 10-mile radius decided that it wanted to follow you home? What would you do? So you're walking down the street and the glass just pops out the window. It's
got really creepy.
It walks
Getting
up.
followed by
Safe
glass.
style
Followed
of
by
doing
glass.
You know what?
wouldn't it?
And it
That's
forms,
creepier than me hitting on Alexa.
it forms a fully formed being. So like the window pane here
Yeah.
might be the main torso. The top one would be the left arm.
I see. So it's
And-
almost like a transformer of
transform
of glass.
But all different, like the stained glass. You walk past the church.
Mirrors.
It's much more interesting. Mirrors.
Yeah, the whole-
the televisions.
What about my spectacles?
No.
No.
They're safe.
They're safe.
If anything that helps you,
Yeah.
just you,
Right.
in life in general is safe.
Right, that's fine.
You're the golden child.
What does the glass do when it
It
follows you?
just follows you home and it waits outside, and then
Is there a duration it waits and then it goes home
3
itself?
hours, 72 minutes.
3 hours and 72 minutes, followed by glass. It just waits for you.
Or 4 hours and 12 minutes for everyone else.
Okay.
And then it'll just pop back in.
So I couldn't invite it in and ask it if it wants to be a greenhouse for
You can ask whatever it wants. But
Can
it's
it
glass.
respond?
It's not going to respond. It's just glass.
It's just glass. That's stupid.
absurd.
How would that? Glass doesn't talk.
It can follow you, mate.
It can follow you, but it
it's
only
got limitations.
For how long again? Sorry. 3 hours and
3 hours 72 minutes, or 4 hours and 12 minutes.
Right. Okay.
And then does it go home after that?
Yeah, it pops back in. Sometimes it gets confused and goes to the wrong one. But if it's the right size, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
Yeah.
What would you do?
I'd definitely quit my real job at Wilmer's window factory.
Yeah, good idea, innit?
Yeah, because otherwise it's just dangerous.
Alan
It
Watts,
doesn't harm
right?
anyone.
Alan Watts said, "We all need to go out of our minds at least once a day. When we go out of our minds, we quickly come to our senses."
I've done that.
Yeah.
We've got that covered, haven't I? I'm fine there. Oh, hello to Claire, by the way. We've got a listener text
Hello,
in.
Claire.
Hi, Claire.
Well, she texted in. Just
She got a word?
She just texted in with a picture of the radio. So I think she's listening, or she was just like...
She was eating a cheese sandwich and now she's been followed by Mr. Darcy from a Bronte book or something, yeah.
So Claire, if you're still listening and you've got a question you want us intelligent folk to
Or
answer,
an impression, or a word.
a request of an impression, or you want us to just
Come and wash your hair. We can come and do your hair for you.
We
Give you a foot massage.
Foot massages.
Yes.
Mani pedi.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we can do all of them
Peddy
things.
Manny. The other one.
Oh, his brother, yeah.
Stephen Peddy, the comedian.
Yes.
Who's actually got Maddie.
Whoa! Oh,
Did not-
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's not a secret anymore.
Really?
Paddy's got Manny.
Paddy's got Maddie.
He's on the.
What's
He's on
Manny?
another, he's on another radio
Is
station.
Manny
now,
her
it's all right.
brother?
He'll be on the BBC, which brings me right back to your show.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's soon, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the weirdest segue I've ever
Yeah.
heard.
Straight in from Stefan to.
There was a lot to
BBC.
take in, wasn't there?
And then
That
back,
was a bit
back
too
to the
much.
show, yeah.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, I was going to reiterate some of the dates that you
Don't do
mentioned.
that. Oh, yeah,
Matthew
do that.
Fong's British-born Chinese show is the 21st in Club X Hill, 22nd in the Engine Shed in Wetherby, the 4th at Hull Latte Love in Stockton, and on the 5th you're in Chesterfield,
Yeah,
I believe.
at Le Maison Muse.
Right. So there we go. So if you missed them, that's when they are. All right?
Wow, that's an aggressive plug.
Thanks.
So that
That is when they are.
That is when they're happening, right?
That was the segment Plug That Show. I also have a cheeky plug.
Well, I would suggest you
Yeah,
go
well,
on
that help you with
keep
your
that in the
IBS?
bedroom, I think.
Yeah, you definitely need one.
But
IBS.
yeah, it's that's the reason I bought it. It's to keep it all intact.
Yep.
It stops it all falling out. But basically, I'm not me,
Not you. Who?
but a relative of mine.
Oh, what's the relative called?
Herbert Italian
Oh.
is performing at the Laughing Pub Comedy Club at Southern Cross on Friday the 28th, so a week on Friday.
Can you do an impression of?
Don't.
Of him.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Hello.
That's cracking.
That was
mate.
amazing.
Best one, yeah,
that's
your
yeah,
best
yeah.
one.
Yep, it's the best one. So look out for that.
Wow, this is an in-depth section.
Is this that last 20 minutes where we all get a little bit tired?
I've been very giddy this show. I don't know why. It might be tiredness.
Is that
Giddy,
blood-
giddy
Is
goats,
that
aren't you?
blood loss?
blood loss? No, poop loss.
Poop loss. all right.
loss.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Hey.
The motorway here, the nonsense
Yeah.
highway is just a little bit busy.
I thought his cheeky plug had fallen out. Let's keep doing that for a bit and kill some time.
Bad gum.
So, do we have any other shows to?
We do have other shows. Yeah, we've got one next Wednesday and the Wednesday after that.
No, I meant to plug.
Oh no, just all Matt stuff.
Just
and my one.
Where's your one again? Did we already
Southern
say
Cross.
the Southern Cross?
I believe the gig starts at 8. Tickets are available now.
Good.
I'm sure they're selling
Who's
out.
the lineup?
Me.
Yeah. No, it's not you, is it?
No.
He's still a giddy goat.
It's not me. My ancestor.
Yeah. Do you know what ancestor means?
Yeah,
Okay.
that. And the headline is Carl Gillespie, I believe.
Yep.
Oh, I love Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my little buddy.
Yeah.
He's everyone's little.
Your
buddy,
He's
isn't he?
ever.
Little buddy.
Little egg. He's a little tiny egg.
Look at our little buddy over there doing the comedy.
Hi, Carl.
He's an ostrich egg with an
don't know who-
attitude.
I don't know who else is on.
Noddy.
I can't check because my phone's dead, but I'm sure I mentioned it last week.
Yeah.
I'll mention it next week just before.
Okie dokie.
But there's other great acts on.
Who's our guest next week?
Oh yeah, good. Good. We have the comedian Jim McMaster.
Right.
Who's a local comedian, but he does go around the country and performs.
He's been doing a lot
He has.
a lot of comedy.
He has.
That's Jim.
And he's very funny. So we've got...
He's fat too, isn't he?
Two things you need to do.
no, you
You
what?
need to travel a lot and be funny. Yeah.
You can't say that now, can you?
What? For?
Fat.
What do you have to say?
Like, the fat
Robust.
controller, what was he
He
called
said the
now?
robust
And
controller.
Weight Watchers is now Watchers, which seems a lot more creepy.
Yeah, it certainly does.
Going to Watchers tonight.
Yeah.
Join Watchers.
Yeah.
Going to the other Watchers that just stare
been on
through
the-
the window.
I've been on the Watchers diet.
Yeah, strictly cheese. There's so much mince.
Strictly cheese and peoples. So yeah, he's on the show next week, so that'll be a lot of fun. Bambi isn't with us.
No.
He's dying, but he's resurrecting the week after.
Yeah, next week I pass.
Yes, you do, yes. Pass over.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening in the realm of the Daft Hour.
Good. I'm happy for that.
So
Are you going to cope without me next week?
yeah, no, actually probably
I'm not sure.
Oh, like I know I'm
Technical side,
I'm
no.
going out for a meal with my wife,
What you having?
Yes.
What you having?
I don't know. Food, I reckon.
I can recommend some pizzas for you.
Yeah, Parmo.
Religious-based pizzas.
Yeah, what are they?
There's one called the Fat Christ. And it takes 3 days to eat.
Right.
Does it resurrect and come back?
Yeah,
and
there's one called
your guts?
the Miracle.
Yeah.
And that gets up and walks, but not before throwing away its crutches, mind.
Right, yeah.
And then there's the Second Coming, which is one that comes with extra garlic sauce. And number 4 is the Sign of the Cross, which is a breaded chicken cutlet nailed to some pine wood. And it comes with a crown of thorns dip, which cuts your mouth to bloody bits. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Parmo's with religious themes.
Was it no pizzas?
What about the Last Supper?
Pizzas, Parmo, same thing.
Yeah. You got a Last Supper themed
Cheese
dish?
is taken over, really, isn't it?
Cheese and sauce.
Cheese, sauce, yeah. Bit of murder.
Do you have a Last Supper themed dish?
Not yet, no, but we could do.
Please.
It feeds 12.
Yep.
And a bit.
12 and a bit.
He wasn't
12
like,
and a bit.
He wasn't like half a person.
Wasn't he?
No, he was just Last Supper, wasn't he?
Yeah, I was hungry.
He was just Last Supper, wasn't he?
He was just Last Suppering.
Just Last Supper.
Your grasp on everything, it's just... It's the best.
It's marvellous, isn't it?
It is. It's
relevant.
Fantastic.
I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
A wooden teacher.
Come on, boys and girls.
Teacher.
I wish I was you.
Right, still quarter of an hour to go.
No, but do you know what it is time for?
Go on, what is it?
It's time for a segment we like to call Song of the Week. And Song of the Week is basically Elvis Herod chooses the worst song he can find to play on the radio. And the catch is, no matter how bad it is, we have to listen to it.
All the way through?
And we can't cut it off.
Are you sure?
That's unfortunately the rules
Speak
I've
now
just
or
created.
forever hold your peace.
I've created the rules, I have to stick with them.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what the song of the week is then. It's, well, you know the song Eternal Flame.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's that, but by Rank Sinatra.
Oh, dear. I'm not looking forward to this.
Can you explain a little bit more whilst I find it?
It's an artist that does a lot of that that you're about to hear. He messes up songs and sings. You know what? I'm not even going to describe it. I just want you to hear it. I don't want to give you any.
The thing is, you quite enjoy awful music, don't you?
I do, but it's not something I'll sit and listen to all day, every day. But I do enjoy a bad song every once in a while. In the same way I enjoy a bad film.
Do you like it more that you've got to make these to endure it?
Yeah.
That's what I can see the joy on your face as you're introducing it. I'm like,
the fact that he said we were going to play it all the way through.
Is this going to flare up my IBS?
I think you might have to make your excuses.
I'm not going to shoot my plug out.
Yeah, you will do, which is why I'm going to leave the room.
You actually leaving the room?
Yeah. I've got enough time, haven't I?
So hang about. You chose this awful thing.
Yeah.
And then you're going to walk out.
Yep.
And have a fagaroot.
Yeah.
That's
Do you not wait till the end of the show?
Yeah, all right. I'll sit with you for the rest of the show.
If you're putting us through this misery, then you have to explain yourself.
I'll be stood just by the window. I'll be able to hear it.
Let's listen to this. Let's get it over with.
Is it proper rank?
It's going to be. I can tell.
Rank Sinatra.
Is it proper rank Sinatra?
It's Rank Sinatra.
I'm getting very annoyed. I might call you all
Flame.
Betty in annoyance.
Go on.
Betty. Honestly,
we're still technically playing it. I am stuck to my guns, but
this is...
There's blood everywhere.
Well, the worst thing. So my wife, my dear wife, happy birthday for next week.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do that now. We wish her a lovely happy birthday for next week.
Happy
Happy birthday,
Remind
wife.
us, and we'll do it next week as well.
Yeah, we will.
I won't be listening because I'll be eating delicious food.
We will be.
But my cat seems to be having IBS problems.
Oh, relate?
Yeah. When this track came on, it pooped.
So did I.
No, yeah. What an awful, awful track. Well done.
Thank you.
That was definitely the track of the week.
That caused pussy poop.
Right, I've just changed the name of the show. It was going to be Morgan Fantastic is a puppet in a cave, but now it is...
It's caused puppet poop.
It's called what?
Sorry.
So what's the name of the show? Bambi?
It caused pussy poop.
It caused pussy poop.
So that is the name of the show. If you want to look for that at a later date, it is called It Caused Pussy Poop.
I have to say, it's been the most exciting show.
The words that we say.
No, Morgan Fantastic is crying now.
Oh, it's sad.
It's all the.
It's emotional coming to the end of a show.
Yeah.
I'm just in pain with all the poop that's flowing.
It's been too much poo.
It's too much pussy poop.
Oh my word!
Would you like to say it again?
Shall I do it one last time?
Yeah, but could you do it as Robert De Niro?
I could have been a pussy poop.
Oh dear!
Wow.
So we've still got a bit of time left. We've got 9 minutes.
Yeah, I'm sure we can get.
But I tell you
kicked off
what,
the air in that time.
I tell you what, it's been a fun show.
It has actually been.
I've really enjoyed it.
I'm glad I didn't slaughter you in your sleep.
Matt, you have been a fantastic guest. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks very much for
really
having
appreciate it.
Yeah, it's great.
You're most welcome.
And again, go and see Matt in all the gigs that he's mentioned earlier.
Not all of them, because that might get a bit creepy.
No, go and see every single one.
Follow him around.
Well, if you're glass, then definitely.
Go and support him at the Fringe Festival, and also just if you ever get a chance and you've never been, just go to the Edinburgh Fringe anyway. It's a marvellous place.
It is great.
It is an amazing thing. At any one point in the day, from pretty much 10 a.m. to 2
Someone's calling.
a.m.
Someone's actually calling.
Oh, we have a call, do we?
Should we answer?
Let's
answer the call.
I don't know who it is. This might be
a
troublesome.
disaster.
Rank Sinatra.
What's he doing? What's happening?
I know they've gone off.
Oh, they gave
Shall
up.
I ring them back?
No, let's not. In case it's the complaints department.
Yes, it could be.
Okay. Whoever was ringing, if you'd like to ring again
And be on the air.
then please do.
Anyway, yeah, so I was saying about Edinburgh, at any one point from, I think it said 10 a.m. to about 2 p.m, there's probably like 100, 200 shows going on throughout Edinburgh Fringe. It's incredible.
Thousands of shows, isn't
So
there?
are you part of Free Fringe or Fringe for Fiver or Pay What You Want or traditional?
So I am part of the Laughing Horse.
Laughing Horse, yeah.
Did we do that?
Yeah, that's who we worked with,
Yeah, it's free to get in. And then you pay what you think the show's worth on the way out.
We did that, and we got paid a wagon wheel.
Oh, we did
wow.
once, yeah,
We
we
did.
did. We got a
So
wagon.
there was a fat panic.
Sorry
who
to
went,
interrupt,
got
guys.
That. It was me.
We've got a
It's
caller.
the caller.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
I think,
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, sorry. 1 second.
We're trying to figure out. Are you still there, caller?
I am, yeah.
Hello. How can we help you on this wonderful show?
You're live on
today?
the Daft Hour. Who are you?
Claire?
Oh, hi, Claire.
Car? Oh, Claire.
No, it's not a car.
Sorry.
Hello?
Hi, how are you doing?
Ah. I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
Perfect.
We're having a blast here, Claire.
Never been better, Claire.
How can we help you on this? Have you got a request or something?
I just wanted to... I've got a few questions for you.
Okay.
Yeah?
And it's from a game that I've got called Squirm.
Oh, Squirm, yeah.
Oh.
Have you heard of it?
No, not a clue.
No.
But I'm just rolling with it.
Okay. So basically, you get asked a few questions of would you prefer,
Oh.
and you have to pick which one you'd prefer.
Oh, my word. This is going to be fun. Go on.
What do you prefer?
Okay. So your first question is, would you prefer to have soft teeth like marshmallows or have a rock-hard tongue with no taste buds?
Oh.
Can you repeat them for us, please?
I'd like a rock-hard tongue for recreational activities.
Yeah. I think I'll go with a rock-hard
Soft teeth
tongue.
like marshmallows.
So you've got soft teeth like marshmallows
Yeah.
or a rock-hard tongue.
Well, I think I will counterbalance your rock-hard tongue with the soft teeth, and then we could combine our forces for good of mankind.
I could use my tongue like a pestle and mortar.
And you could chew
crush
my-
things for
you
you,
could crush
chew your
my
food for
me
you.
and feed me like a little baby bird.
Yes, you could just predominantly have soup and I can crush all the bits that they're crushing up.
Especially the croutons, because I really want the croutons.
Oh, you love croutons,
I
don't
do.
you,
I love
Bambi?
my croutons. It's like little pizza.
I would go with the tongue.
All right.
I'd go with the tongue.
Right, we're all decided.
That's a wonderful question. Thank you
Thank
very
you very much for calling,
As
Claire.
you are our first caller of the show, you have won a pussy poop scoop.
Get in.
Did you have another Squirm question for us?
Do you have another question?
Go on then.
Yeah. Okay, be experimented on by aliens,
or
be experimented on by giant praying mantises.
Aliens.
Yeah,
it's got to be aliens.
It's gotta be aliens.
That's an easy one.
Yeah, that was
the
easy.
mantis would freak me out. Aliens I'm okay with.
You're all right with aliens. Well, yeah, you come from an alien family, don't you?
I don't trust
Racist.
anything that bites off the head of its lover. So.
Oh, in that match.
You should meet my wife then.
Hey! Claire, just before you leave, we are going to have to wrap up because we are going to have to go soon. Do you have an impression that you would like me to do? A character of anything?
Say no.
No, oh, God.
She was going to say that.
Next week I'll think of some.
Okay.
Do you have a word we'd like to say?
I definitely want you to say pussy poop again.
Okay. Go on, Morgan.
Do you want me to do it? Do you want me to say it as a character?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That'd be a good idea.
Do it as Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, pussy poop! Oh. There you go. Thank you very much for calling, Claire. Really appreciate it.
Cheers
Keep
for your
listening.
call, Claire.
Thank you.
No problem.
Love you.
Love you. That was Claire.
Thank you, Claire. That was lovely to hear
That
from
was
you.
lovely.
Was.
So, Matt, where you off?
I'm going to go back home. Actually, I'll probably go to a Palmo shop, get myself some smushed up chicken and
I
some
recommend the
cheese.
Fat Christ.
I'm going to go for a
It's
Fat
a good
Christ.
one.
Yep.
And then, I'll head back to Leeds, where I live, and hopefully miss the traffic.
So you drove out down here just for this?
Yeah.
Ah, well, I'm very honoured. I assumed you were staying here to be doing your gigging.
Well, I was going to go see a couple of my friends, Carl Gillespie and Stephen Petty. But they've got no time for us.
No.
So, I'll just go get some Palmos, and then I'll be back here on Friday for making the funnies.
Well, you're more than welcome to come back.
Oh, lovely.
Next week. And the week after that.
In fact, this is your show now. We've
It is, yes. We're going to go.
We're going to pass the reins over to you. Yeah, no, brilliant. Thank you very much for coming in. We really do appreciate it. And yeah, good luck with everything.
Yeah, no problems. I've had a lot of fun. It's been great, and hopefully you guys can come see one of the shows.
Definitely.
I'll get you in for free.
Excellent.
Matt Fong, everybody.
Matt Fong.
Oh, thank you very much. Now I'm blushing.
So go check his socials, check his gigs out. That's awesome. We are at the end of the show. My name has been Morgan Fantastic. You have been
the Whistle Stop Cafe.
You
Perfect.
You haven't, have you?
No.
So who have you really been?
What?
Elvis Harrod.
Thank you. I've been Bambi Rashid.
Stay daft, Teesside. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
You meant to turn our mics down. Bye.
Bye.